What's up, world? What's going on? It's your boy, the author. Right back at that ass again. There's another one. What's going on, y'all? I had somebody tell me in the comments section that my intro sounds retarded. Well, it is what it is to you. But I'm going to keep doing my thing, man. I mean, you're going to have 1,000 different opinions, on any one idea or incident or thing. So, all right. But I hope y'all are doing well, man. Just want to make this quick video, man. Black women, man, they need to mature, man. They need to mature. Now, not to say that our race as a whole, being copper-colored people, we shouldn't be more mature. Immaturity is going on kind of rampant right now within our race as a whole, men and women. But black women are supposed to be the new leaders of the black community, and they're showing the most immaturity right now, man. I had to pull that out, man. Black women need to grow up, man. Seriously, man, I'm seeing different incidents. For example, today, man, I was talking with this brother, right, that I knew from work. So he's like, yeah, Ray, that's you. I was like, yeah, what's up, man? What's going on? What's going on, Ray? Because his name is Ray, too. So, black female comes by with a buggy, right? So I'm in the aisle. I'm at the Walmart. I'm at the Walmart in the aisle. She comes through past my buggy, says, excuse me. Like, I'm supposed to move out of the whole aisle so she can get by. I just moved my buggy to the side, and I said, you got room. So she pulled through, right? I don't think she liked that, because usually most black men, you see a black woman coming, you be like, oh, they say, excuse me. You be like, oh, I'm sorry, am I in your, you jump and do all that. I was like, nah, B, nah. I just pulled my buggy to the side, and I was just like, you got enough room. So she went past, right? Went up the side through the other aisle. So I'm still talking with the brother, right? Me and him talking about work. Oh, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Why you ain't come in the other day? Da, da, da. Oh, man, well, I got this other job. Then she comes back down the aisle again. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess she has some kids with her, some other adult. And then she says, this how confused I am. I was just in this aisle. See, she wanted to start some shit because I was still there. So she pretty much came right back up to the buggy again. I still didn't move. You know what I'm saying? But I think she was upset because I didn't jump out of her way the first time and wasn't going to do it the second time. But I'm just saying, man, black women, they need to grow up and be more mature, man. That's the same thing that you see in a lot of these relationships, be where, they want more child support or they want more of this or more help from the state. It's just they won't take responsibility. They always say the man does not want to take care of his kid, but they won't take part of the ownership for that mistake. If the kid doesn't have the father, they won't say, well, I picked the fucked up, man. A lot of other dudes was trying to talk to me, but I wanted a drug dealer, or I wanted some other dude who I knew was already married. I wanted that player who could hump. You know what I'm saying? But he had choices and he didn't choose me. So I'm gonna take it out on the kid, whatever, and what have you. So that's what I believe, man. I mean, I should have made a video like this a long time ago, but a lot of other ideas was out there, so I picked those ideas as a pretty much a setup to make my other videos. But black women they need to really get more mature, man. Because if you talking about you the queen out here, and that you the queen bee, so to speak, and all women should respect you. Because if you don't respect a black woman, especially a black man, you could be a young black boy, you don't respect her, she'll curse you out, smack you upside the head. You know what I'm saying? She want her respect. You better respect her, right? But then you don't do things that are worthy of respect. You see what I'm saying? First thing you want to say, just like Janet Jackson in that Poetic Justice movie, She's a black woman. She was saying how she was a black queen, and Pac was like, "Nah, you ain't shit. You bleed you bleed. What he say? You bleed every 7 days, just like the rest of the hoes, or something like that." And she got, "Don't you disrespect me, motherfucker. I'm a black woman. I'm a black woman." Always talking about that, how they just should get respect just because they're a black woman, even though you don't really you aren't really breaking any records out here. You're not the smartest woman on the planet out of all the other women. You don't have. It's not like black women. 80% of black women have their degree, and only 50% of Asian women have their degree. It's nothing like that. It's not like it's like black women have more. There's more black female billionaires than they are in any other female race. So black females are the richest, they're the most educated, you know, they're the most married, I mean, the things that people would look at as a signifier of something to, bow to you for, in terms of, okay, I'll give you respect. I'll look up to you because you're doing this and I can't do this, and that's positive. I want to get there. So I look up to you for that. They're not at the top in any of these major categories, and I think the myth about black females being the most educated female group, or one of the most educated groups in America, I think by now people know that's bullshit. But yeah, man, black females need to grow up, man, and pretty much just not grow out like a lot of them are, but grow up mentally. Because they got a quick temper. If you don't respect them, especially, and if a black man doesn't jump out of their way, he's looked at as being rude. It's like, no, man, you got enough space. I don't have to jump out of your way. She had enough space to push that buggy through and go past. You know what I'm saying? You don't need this whole aisle in order for you to be able to move past. But the average black dude, I'm sorry. You could be talking to whoever, right? And they don't care about interrupting. They'll just want you to move out of their way. However, when they're talking to some of their friends, you can't. I mean, even if it's a store clerk, I've had questions about, can you excuse me, ma'am? I mean, you might walk up to a female Walmart employee, right? And you be like, excuse me, ma'am, do you know what aisle the laundry detergent is in? And if she's talking to somebody else, she'll give you a look like, excuse me, are you talking to me? I'm talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, has anybody else, a black man, gotten that? Like, how dare I approach her when she's talking to someone else, even though she works here and she's supposed to be working but not talking, right? But how dare I interrupt her? And shit, I'm 40 years old, but it's the same thing as whether you 4 or 40. You know what I'm saying? Or 80. Don't interrupt her when she's talking, even if she's only 15, 16, 20 years old, right? Bullshit. So, nah, man. Yeah, I think the world's going to stop kissing black women's asses and trying to be polite just so they won't get retarded. It's like, man, people are getting sick and tired of their shit, at this point. So it's just like, nah, man. You just gonna go ahead and move past and keep going, man. You don't gotta, because I'm at this point, I'm kind of sick of, interacting with a lot of them, because it's just you get tired of it after a while. It's the same old, story, the same old broken record, the same old bad attitude. Now, of course, I'm not talking about all, but and the ones who aren't like that know who I'm talking to. Some of these black females don't like other black females either, but basically the same bad attitude. And I'm not saying there's a lot of young dudes out here that they've been raised by black females and they're quick tempered and they act just like black females. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen either, but at this point in time, for the past 40 years, the black female has been in the driver's seat per se. As far as being leaders of the black community, they want the most respect. They will go off on you if they don't get this respect, but they don't really want to give respect, and they want every black man to be jumping out of their way, even if you're not even in their way. It's like, whoa. But yeah, man. I just want to touch base on that, man. I didn't want this to go too long, but if you have encountered or come in contact with a situation like that with a black female, or if you think black females in general just need to grow up, man. I mean, some of them with the and another, a lot of different. More proof that they do need to grow up is the unrealistic expectations. You want everybody to be like they was talking about before. They want Tupac with a degree. Unrealistic expectations. Some shit that you couldn't even write in a movie. Even Tupac wasn't Tupac. All right, so basically, you want somebody who's educated, a PhD, but he can bust his gun and all that crazy shit. And it's like, want a big dick and want them to be able to run, the mile in 4 minutes, and meanwhile you fat. You know what I'm saying? With titties under titties, back fat. You about 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", 270, 3, some 4 and 500 pounds, and your expectations are to have a built, muscle-bound brother who has a degree. Why would he want you? A guy like that. You know what I'm saying? But just those unrealistic expectations, I think it comes from. I don't know if it comes from watching Housewives or some type of weird shit. And then it's another thing too. It's just like how are you gonna want this when basically you're nothing like this. Just like a female that I saw on what was it? It was some talk show. She was talking about she's gonna wait for her perfect, and she was like, and then the guy was like, oh, she wants a Tupac with a degree. She was like, yeah, I want a guy that's educated. I want this. I want that. And she's on stage, and it was like, well, that's not realistic. And she says, well, I'll just wait until it happens, right? And then you look at her; she's wearing a plaid sweater. It's very tight. You can see her arms are bigger than mine. I'm over 2, and I think she weighed more than me. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like a lot of, and because in the black community, we look at fat girls as we call fat girls thick, right? So you got to be about 400 pounds to be considered fat in the black community. We're the only ones who tolerate that. Every other race of man likes his women between, like 120, 130, 140. We're the only ones who will accept females that are 230, 240, 250. We accept these big defensive end type females. Like, god damn. And then you got to figure a lot of them aren't taller than us, so they only like 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", 5'3", 5'2". You know what I'm saying? And you 275, 300, and 350 pounds. That is big, man. Because you ain't even got the height to even that out. Like, that's just big. That's neck fat. That's, and a man is supposed to, some men, you don't mind a man having a little extra, because a man is supposed to be the protector to protect the family. So having a little extra on them, helps enforce that role. But as far as the females, it's like, god damn. I mean, I think I had one in Walmart trying to flirt with me today, picking up my ribs out the buggy, asking me what I was going to do with them. I'm like, I'm going to eat them. What the fuck you mean? Oh, what you going to do with these? And it was kind of disgusting because she was big. She weighed more than me. She might have been about, what, 5'8", 5'7". Twice, I said she about 275 maybe. And then grabbing my ribs and asking me what I was going to do with them. I don't know if it was her way to rap but I'm like, are you really? Either way, it was just disgusting on both ends. If she was just checking out my ribs and the buggy, telling me what I'm going to do with them. I'm like, man, y'all need. And I guess the big thing is kind of in, I guess, for females. It's funny because the big thing is in for females, but dudes, it's more in for them to be real skinny. So you can see that role reversal where they're trying to get the females to be bigger than the men, and the females are starting to beat the men's asses. Now, I saw this one video clip, man, the female held down her husband or boyfriend and poured Drano. I don't know if I talked about this. I might have talked about this in the other video. But she held dude down and poured Drano down his throat. Or no, bleach or some shit. Made him drink bleach. And got arrested for it. I don't think they're going to charge her. They may be charging. Because a lot of these females who are attacking their boyfriends aren't getting any real time. Like the one, for example, who shot her friend. I think the guy was just her friend, and she was fucking around with the gun, and she made a mistake and shot the gun because he told her to put that shit down. But the dudes now are more soft with females. Dudes in the 70s would just slap the shit out you, and then just females stayed in their place back then. But this bitch has the gun in the car. They're in the car. She has the gun. And she cocks it back. So that means the bullet went inside. So now it's ready to fire. And she's pointing. He's like, yo, man, chill. Right? And she points it and shoots him in the head. And I think the brother's in critical condition. I don't think he died. Not yet. But, yeah. And then they're not going to charge her. Because and what she does, she takes the gun and wipes off the prints, her prints, trying to make it seem like she didn't do it. So for one, the bitch she don't feel sorry about what she did. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have told him, like, look, man, I was fucking around with the gun. You know, she had no type of sorrow at all. Tried to wipe the prints off, make it seem like she ain't had a gun. So, bitch, you had the gun. He killed himself, or you saying the dude that was sitting in the back did it? She wiped the prints off the gun, and you can see in that bitch mug shot, she has no remorse. Big bitch. Another big bitch with a weave. Big black female. Shoot this dude in the head, man. After he told her to put that shit down, chill. Because brothers gonna have to go back to beating these hoes' asses, man. Putting a foot in their ass, for real. That's just to keep them in their place. Because an out of control female will do she would get all kinds of out of pockets with you, man. Because even the average man, you might say, oh, man, beat the woman's ass. Average man ain't just waving a 45 and mistakenly shooting a female in the head. If he shot her in the head, he meant to do it. And this happened on Facebook Live when she shot this dude in the head. And she tries to wipe her finger out. And I don't know why so many of these cats are getting on Facebook Lives. Like, that's so stupid. So even though she wiped her prints off the gun, it's obvious the bitch was on Facebook Live. So it's already, you already caught. You recorded your own deed. Dumb hoe. But yeah. So that happened. But yeah, the other one, the female, the last story I was saying, telling you about the female poured the bleach down the man's throat, held him down, killed him. This dude died. And dude was 133 pounds, and she was 5'7", 209. Now, that bitch is about 4 inches shorter than me, and we weigh about the same. And she held little dude down and made him drink bleach. And in her mugshot, she ain't had no remorse. That's what I'm saying, man. These dudes gonna have to start going upside these bitches' heads and just take the charge before they kill you. Or just don't fuck with them at all. Because these hoes are way out of pocket. It's like, God damn it. You can hear about these stories every day. Black men getting shot in the head by their females. Black men getting Clorox poured down their throat by the black females. Black men having their sons killed by the baby mama, by the female baby mama. I mean, all type of crazy shit. A black man getting killed trying to pick up his kid from his baby mama because the other fool was there. I mean, all type of shit. Crazy shit. You know, but and then you see what the females look like that's pulling this shit. It's like, why are y'all even with these females in the first place? But I went way over, man. But I just wanted to reflect on that. But be sure to like, to subscribe. All the new subscribers, welcome. You know, welcome on board, man. This is a forum. It's a free forum, so I just speak freely about what I like to talk about. Be sure to make comments, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. All right, but until then, I'll check you later. And it's your boy, the author. Y'all take care now.